It's time for another Dice Tower review with the Chief, Bart Brunsheen.
Hey, it's the Chief from the Dice Tower. First of all, I want to let you know there's a lot of cat videos out there, so I figured I'd make sure I had a cat represented. Hello, on the shirt. Second of all, the hat, Bixby from BGG, my Canadian buddy. Had a great time at BGG, and he hooked me up with this Royal Canadian Mounted Police hat. Thank you, sir. Had a good time with you and Colin. So, what are we looking at? Mage Wars. I got to tell you, I was at BGG Con. As some of you know, I love Mage Wars. I was real late to the party. I'm mostly a war gamer, and when I did fantasy realm stuff, I was never the mage growing up. I was always the knight or the barbarian or whatever, and I kind of stayed away from Mage Wars for a while until I saw some of Tom's glowing reviews, and I picked up a copy and I loved it, loved it, loved it. Again, for those, just real quick, it's a mage fighting simulation, but it doesn't feel like a war game simulation. The theme is dripping here. The artwork is gorgeous. Go watch my review or Tom's or anybody else's. But today we're going to talk about a couple things. I went to get a couple of their expansions that had like the Necromancer and the Warlord and the Force Master and somebody else. They were sold out. But I was able to pick up these kind of little tiny expansions, one of which does have, originally it's an Orc Warlord, but I was able to pick up the female version of the Warlock and the Dwarf Warlord, and then I was able to get basically a male Priestess and a female Beastmaster. We'll go in and look at some of the cards. There's cards that come with this that work with other mages as well, but we'll go in and take a look at some of those cards, and by the way, the presentation of the boxes. And then something else real cool while I was there, the booth at BGG, they had all these custom dice that are in colors, either of your specific favorite color, or if you want green to kind of go with a Beastmaster or whatever, black if you're just evil, I guess. You have a black heart. But you can pick up these custom dies. Now, these are dice. These are available, I was told, also on their webpage. So you can go pick these up. But I find these really cool. I kind of like the rest of the Dice Tower. I like dice. So if you can give me options in dice, I'm usually going to buy them or I'm going to use them. So I'll show you a little bit of these, but really it's the same kind of dice, just different colors, just a little bit of bling. But we'll take a look at that in the close-up, and then we'll come up and we'll wrap up. All right, here's the different dice that I was showing when they were in their bags. So you've got the orange, yellow, and green are translucent, and a little bit more of a flat blue, purple, and black. And I know you can barely tell the difference between these, which is why I got them separated. You'll notice that their size difference is significant between the two. So it's a little bit easier to handle, you know, a whole wad of these dice here as you're throwing them into your official Dice Tower. Hello. So, but, you know, the original dice are more than functional. These are just nice. They're a little bit more compact, a little bit of bling. All right, a Mage Wars expansion is going to be all about the cards. But before I show you the cards, let me show you this cool case. All right, the other case was just kind of a flimsy box. This actually has a magnetic open, some very cool art, little backstory, way to store the cards. You can pull out this insert and you can fit a mage book or a spell book in here, which is kind of nice, especially if you don't want to throw it away. I can't throw this one away. I can get rid of the other ones, but this is such a nice presentation. There's no way I'm getting rid of that. The Warlock, female Warlock, her main differences is she's going to have a lot more fire things going on. She's even got a melee that has a flame or fire touch. So she's throwing fireballs all over the place, just able to do all kinds of things with fire. The Warlord, the Dwarven Warlord, has some cool stuff. He's got this rune smithing, which is these real cool like buffs that you can put on a weapon or a ranged item, +1 armor, +1 piercing, -2 tough. He's got some real cool stuff. The battle orders he can put out, which kind of do a similar thing. The battle orders are like hold the line, which is again a tough -2 and armor +1. Quick march, which gives the fast trait to whoever he gives that to, or all his little creatures. and then take aim, which is ranged attacks with a piercing of +2. So that's some of what you're going to get from these guys. Of course, you got the little rule book that's going to explain everything, but I'm going to go through and hand these cards and show you each of the unique cards so you can kind of get a feel for exactly what you're going to get in here. You do get some more tokens and some stuff here as well, but hey, it's Mage Wars. It's all about the cards. Love it. All right, I'm in tight. I love the artwork, and I just kind of want to show you guys these unique cards that are in here. We're starting with equipment. We've got a Morning Star. I'm going to try to flip slow so you can kind of read some of the text yourself. I'm kind of looking off the camera, so it's a little hard for me to see the text. Some real nice plate armor, a signet ring, Warlord only, a little forge hammer, so you can see some of the melee abilities that are going to be applied. Bloodfire helmet. I can never say it, Adrameliac's Torment. Basically, she can throw this on there and it's going to cause a like a creature to have a burn status. Psionics. This is basically like a blood, bone, demon, dragon deal. One of the coolest things, other than all this different piercing and sweeping ability, is psychic immunity, but he's unstoppable. But one of the things he's going to do is take 2 life from the mage that brought him out at the end of every turn. So kind of a necromancer feel, but a very cool character. You can see he's real expensive to bring out. You can see he's got a nice health on him, but real cool. We're going to move into, I think, well, we've got a wall. So you've got an additional wall of earth. Rolling fog, this is all the conjurations. Harshford monoliths. There's going to be a lot of things that the warlord, the dwarven warlord, can bring out that are going to basically allow them to have like spawn points and different things. The armory. The Altar of Domination. There's been a lot of stuff explained about this, but later when we get into the individual, I'm Theos, I think. I'm forgetting his name. But you can bring him out for free. Yeah, Talos. And he's just like this awesome fighter that can come out. So it gives you some things to do with putting out these different altars of domination in hopes of triggering that you can bring him out into the battle for free, and you can put him in your book at no cost to you as well. Really cool. Altar of Carnage. There's Talos. So you can kind of get a look. Unstoppable, burn-proof, psychic immunity, non-living. It's like he's coming from, I don't know, another dimension. Otto Kornig is a master engineer creature that you can bring out. You've got this nice Infernian Scourger. Ugh. Gurmash Orc Sergeant. Goblin Alchemist, real cool. There's all these different little things he can do. So you've got an acid corrode, you've got fire, you've got rot, and again, lovely, lovely artwork. Cerebrus, I can't say this little imp's name, but he can, I think this is the teleporter. One of them can kind of teleport around, jump around a little bit on you. A Minotaur, little blood demon. Get these little guys that can come out and fight again. I really probably lean toward the warlord side of things. I kind of love having those little fighters, the little knights running around. Maybe it's the imp that teleports. Yeah, sorry, it's the wildfire imp that teleports around. My bad. Now you've got some enchantments. You can do Rust, Lion Savagery, Fumble. So these are little things that you can throw out there and it's going to mess with the person or kind of buff them up. Brace Yourself, Arcane Corruption, Akiro's Favor. This is a Dremelec's Touch. Puts a little burn condition on. And we've got our incantations. Ignite. You can already tell who kind of is digging that. Hello, Catch Fire. Flank Attack. The Disarm, literally yanking that right out of their hand. A little buff to the defense. Conquer. Combustion. Devil's Trident, which is just cool, cool, cool. And a little throwing of a rock. You can just throw rocks around with your little power and hit little goblins. The other Mage Wars expansion, Conquest of Humanjaro. Real quick, this is just a normal box that's going to look like this. Isn't magnetized or anything like the other one. I won't be saving this box, but what you are going to get is a male priest that's got a little bit more fighting ability. I'll pull his card up in a second here. And we've got a female Beastmaster that's also got a cool little thing that she can do. One, she's got some ranged bow and arrow, and she's got this wounded prey, but we'll talk about that in a second. I'm going to flip through all the cards in a bit. Also comes with a nice little rule book, always phenomenal art, explaining your the male, female counterparts of these two mages, and then your pre-setup little spells that you can use, and the different tokens that come with it. It's got bleed, stuck, tainted. Tainted's really cool. Tainted is just that individual can't be healed. Just to explain, since I said I would pull these up and take a look, you've got this Holy Avenger. He can have a non-legendary creature that can come in, and he gets all these buffs for helping him out or defending another creature, a friendly creature that's being attacked. And he's got Malachi's Fire. Malachi's Fire allows him to do some burning spells, but he's burning with light. So he's not burning with like demon hellfire. He's just burning with light. And he's a little bit more of a fighter. Then you've got, again, the female Beastmaster has this archery skill, which is cool. And the wounded prey is really nice. If there's a enemy mage's creature that's been wounded, you can put the token on it, and all your creatures that they'll get a buff if they go after it. It's kind of like tag, so a mean-spirited tag. Wizard's Tower, when in place, allows a spell to be cast from it. You've got a steel wall. Enchanter's Wardstone makes it more expensive to destroy a spell or a special ability. Drain Soul, you can literally take the life from another one and gain 6. You've got a Kiro's Battle Cry. I'm going to move through these pretty quick. You got the pit. You got to love having a spiked pit out there that you can just fall in as a trap. Healing Charm. The Enchantment Transfusion, you can literally move an enchantment from one wounded or dead animal or creature, to another. Divine Might. Armor Ward. Surging Wave. Screechy Harpy. That one freaks me out a little bit. Makunda. I always want to say Makudam Atada, or whatever it is. I'm sorry. It's too close. Guardian Angel. Giant Wolf Spider freaks me out even when it's not giant. Sorry, I moved out of frame. The Gargoyle Sentry, always good to have stone. Galador, he looks Pokemon-ish to me. Sorry, not in a bad way. I love the art, but the whole, I know. Panzer Guard, always good to have some more dwarves. Dire Wolf, come on, finish those books, sir. Finish those books. Bridge Troll, good thing he has a nice little loincloth. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying. Into the equipment. Love the hunting bow. Eagle's Boots. Seems like it'd be a little hard to run, but, you know, maybe you can fly. We got a wand. Colossus Belt. The Sunfire Amulet. Some reflex boots. Wouldn't want to get kicked with them. And that was the quick run through. All right, we're back. First of all, I love the system, and you're talking to a barbarian, knight / ranger kind of guy. Never played mages. This system is phenomenal. So production values are way up. Looks like little tomes, little books. The addition of the dice are great. The extra creatures that you can get. The fact that I did not have a warlock or a warlord, I haven't gotten a hold of a warlord yet, so now I've got the dwarven warlord, even though I don't have the orc. Very, very nice. Again, the theme that drips off the simulation is just phenomenal, and I've already said it in my regular review of Mage Wars, but the ability to trick your mage out the way you want. You know, now you want a fast Beastmaster that also has ranged attacks, you got it. You want a male priest instead of the female priest. She does a lot of healing. This guy can do a lot of fighting. His Holy Light can actually start folks on fire, and you can start them on fire. When you do it with holy light, it's not as evil as throwing fireballs at people, so that's nice. And you've got the female warlock. She's all about burn, 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 baby. She's burning everybody. And then I have not played with the orc warlord, so I don't really know how to compare them, but I wanted the warlord, and you get a lot more dwarves in this set anyway. So phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal. I hope you like the look of the cards because I love the art. Speaking of that, love the cat, and go Royal Canadian Mounted Police. It's the Chief. See you guys later. Bye-bye.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.